My next guest is an Irish-born chef, best-selling cookbook author, and host of the hit online baking show, Bigger, Bolder Baking. I love that title. Gemma Stafford has also been featured as a guest judge on hit shows like Food Network's Best Baker in America and Nailed It on Netflix. And today, she is sharing one of the foodie flashback desserts that sparked her passion to make food her life. Please welcome to the Tam Fam, Gemma Stafford. Gemma, thank you so much. You know, throughout this hour, one of the things I've been struck by, again, is a lot of these foodie flashback memories have to do with a family member, whether it's a mom or a grandmom or somebody in the church that's like family. And the same is the case for your flashback.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I am a professionally trained chef, but definitely the first and the best teacher I ever had was my mom. So growing up in Ireland, I've got very fond memories of like after dinner parties the next day, going down to the fridge and standing in front of it, and it was fair game. Whatever was in there was fair game then. The day before, no way.
No touching, but afterwards
But
it's all
next
yours.
day, you get down there early enough and you could have whatever you wanted. And one of those dishes was tiramisu. So that's what my mom used to always make. So I shared that recipe in my Bigger, Bolder Baking cookbook, bestseller, by the way. And,
I love it. And listen, I'm like, tell them about it. Like, so George, your son, it ties into this as well.
Yeah. So, George, I was very fortunate when I was young that my mom introduced me into the kitchen early. So the recipe in my cookbook is more of a traditional one like my mom used to make. This is one from Bigger, Bolder Baking that is all the elements of what we love about a tiramisu, but just a little bit quicker.
Oh, okay.
So we're not going to do a traditional egg, kind of a mousse. We're going to whip up some cream to start. So here, Tamron, we've got some cream. And we're going into this, we're going to add a little bit of sugar and a little bit of vanilla.
By a little bit, you mean what?
All of it.
Okay, thank you. You speak my language.
I was trying to be polite.
Don't be polite when it comes to sugar. All right.
And then I'm going to whip this up with a hand mixer, just until you reach soft peaks. Just takes a few minutes or so. These are kind of little jobs that I would get George to do. So, like, I bake a lot with George. I don't know if you bake a lot with Moses.
Oh, I do.
But it's just great. Like, what I had when I was young was that exposure into the kitchen.
Right.
And my mom has 5 children. So there was always jobs for little hands to do.
Yeah. I can tell you, again, I talk about being a new mom and many things I learn every day. I underestimated the value of having them in the kitchen, being hands-on. My mom and my aunts would always have me in the kitchen. And then when I had Moses, I was like, oh, okay, let me cook, you stay in there. And then all of a sudden I said, no, you're part of this. And it's been phenomenal. He likes making smoothies and muffins and things like that.
Moonies are what we call them in my house. But it's great, though, because, you know, you sacrifice a little bit of carrot, spinach, and all those things and give him a little bit of his own little knife.
Oh,
so you want
I love that.
Whip this up, Tamron?
I have some already whipped up over here for the...
We're going to do a switch.
Let's do a switch here.
So into that cream, when it whips up, you're going to add in your mascarpone.
Okay, I'm going to let you... Oh, here's my whipped cream. I knew
there you go.
They save me every time. I say it over and over. I am not a chef. I'm not a cook. I am an eater. So my team saves my tail all the time. All right, so we've got that. I whip in my
into there, we're going to fold in our mascarpone, which is room temperature, and we have it always at room temperature because if you do a lot of baking, you know that a lot of your ingredients, it's always best to kind of fold them in your eggs and your dairy if they're room temperature.
Love that. Okay, we're folding this in.
Is our kind of quick fix for our tiramisu mix. Now here we have, Tamron, in front of you, with all of our elements. Okay. So we have our lady fingers. So what we're going to do is here we have a little bit of coffee. Here I have some booze. Yeah, you see?
Yeah. We like that.
And we're going to add that into our coffee.
Oh, nice.
So my mom wasn't shy with her booze. It was the 80s in Ireland. Like, what do you expect?
You know, I just got my mom's so funny. Every time I cook with any kind of alcohol, she says, "Wait a minute, I don't drink." I said, "Mom, it cooks down. It cooks down.
It's different.
It's different. It's not the same." All right, so we got that in.
Add that in there. We're going to dip our lady fingers. Now, the secret about lady fingers, Tamron, is that they're really absorbent. They're like little sponges. So we just do a quick dip.
A quick roll.
Turn them around. Okay. And place them into the bottom of your dish.
Right, and by the way, I gotta tell you, this is one of my favorite recipes for tiramisu, and it is one of my favorite desserts.
Oh, fantastic.
I love tiramisu. It is so yummy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, okay, like you said at the beginning that it's connected to family members and like for me and that food nostalgia and that like the comfort food. That's what this is comfort food. It transports you to another time. when, you know, you had just really these lovely fond memories.
All right, I probably layered mine wrong.
How's your layer looking over there, Tamron?
Not like yours.
That's okay. That's okay. That's what we got the cream for.
Okay, all right, good. Hide it with the cream. Okay.
So we're going to cover it. It covers in a multitude of sins.
All right.
So we're going to dollop this here.
I like that. All right.
So
cream.
dollop a little, like maybe like a little bit less than half on there.
Okay, got it. Dollop on there.
Dollop. Okay. So we're going to dip our next layer of ladyfingers. And
so
like
how many layers on? You just keep going
just two.
to the... Oh, just two
we're
layers.
We're just doing two layers.
All right, 2 layers.
So we're going to dippy, dippy, dip.
Okay.
And it doesn't really matter what your ladyfingers look like underneath here, Tamron, because we're covering it up.
I need a T-shirt that says that. It doesn't matter what your lady fingers look like. When we come back, we're going to finish off our tiramisu with Gemma as we look back at this nostalgic dessert brought to you by beautiful memories of her mom. We'll be right back. We are making a 10-minute tiramisu with Chef Gemma Stafford. This is all tied, Chef Gemma, to a memory growing up, your mother, cocktail party. So it just brings it all together in a beautiful way. Now we're finishing it out.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we do?
So there's a few things you can do. You can take your cream, Tamron, and just smear it over, and that's totally fine, but that's not where we're going to do.
Oh, okay.
No.
Got me in order. All right.
So we're going to pipe a little bit on. Now, don't freak out. I'm going to walk you through this.
Okay.
It's not as hard as you'd think. So I've been a pastry chef for 20 years. I've worked in Michelin star restaurants, and I've learned a thing or two about how to make life easy on yourself.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can pipe some on. Now, if you don't have a piping bag at home, don't worry, because you can use a sandwich bag.
Okay.
And we don't even need a piping nozzle.
Oh.
So that'll work well too.
Okay.
We have a little bag here. So what we're going to do is, so this is the trick about piping. You see people on TV shows and videos where they hold the piping bag and then they go like this and they squeeze it in the middle.
That's exactly how I do it.
Yeah. That's a big no-no.
I figured that was wrong.
So this is what you're going to do from now on. So you're going to hold it almost like a pencil. So hold it with one hand. You don't need the other hand for anything. And we're just going to do a little swirl on top. Just little swirls.
Oh.
Just do little rosettes. Swirl it around. See?
So tell me this. You said that we can use a regular sandwich bag without a tip on it. Will it look as beautiful?
But so that's the secret. What we're going to do once you get it all piped, we're going to cover it up. So just in case anything changed or went wrong, we have some cocoa powder here. Now, use good quality cocoa powder. Tiramisu loves a dark cocoa powder.
Oh, wow. Look at... Okay.
And not hot chocolate powder, just in case.
I must have overindulged my topping because I'm only halfway through.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
I'm going to do
excess. Listen, anything creamy, cheesy, I live in excess. I'm sorry. All right.
So then we're going to get our cocoa powder and generously dust it.
Oh, my God.
So it just falls.
Okay.
On the peaks of your cream.
Oh, you really do put it on. Okay,
See?
I was being gentle.
Go.
All right, so in my real life at home, I would finish this side.
Yeah.
And then I would do it like that. But also in my real life at home, honestly, I would just eat this whole thing.
Just go first.
I would go to my bedroom. Yes, I am an eat in a bed person. I have so many bad habits that I'm being in therapy talking about sooner or later. But I am an eat dessert in the bed person.
You don't have to explain to me. I'm that person.
It's comforting. I know. I don't know why. But
it's your happy place.
It's my happy place.
Yeah.
I love it.
So there you go. Just let it sit, Tamron, for around an hour or so, 2 hours.
You know what it is? I love it's not too sweet. The layers, you can actually taste it so often with tiramisu. First of all, they bring it to the table and it's freezing cold. That's why I like making it at home. So it's not ice cold, but you don't taste all of the layers. This, you taste each and every layer.
I hate getting a soggy tiramisu in a restaurant in case they made it that morning or the day before. When you make it at home, you can kind of control that, and we're only dipping our biscuits for a really short amount of time.
I love it. Well, congratulations on all the success. This is delicious. You can find Gemma's recipes in her cookbook, Bigger, Bolder Baking, a fearless approach to baking anytime,